In the world of conspiracies, at least that's what they call it, there are two types of events, of many, but two in particular I want to talk about. MIHOP and LIHOP. Make it happen on purpose or let it happen on purpose. Why would you want to make something happen on purpose? Well, that could be called a false flag. False flag goes back to the days of the pirates. The pirates realized it was a good idea that since folks noticed a flag that was on a ship and that would let certain ships in if they had the right flag, the pirates said, let's put up a false flag, move into the harbor, the port, whatever it is, and kill everybody and take their stuff. It makes sense. You know, these, quote, conspiracy theories make a lot of sense. Now, LIHOP is different. That is, let it happen on purpose. That means you know it's coming. You know it's happening. And one of the original theories and hypotheses that were being bandied about during 9/11, of which I came to be born, this was my red pill moment. There were two LIHOP and MIHOP schools of thought, which have yet to be proved, by the way, but they are still valid and interesting hypotheses that are around. Now, let's look at it this way. I want you to forget that Israel is involved in anything. People go nuts when you say Israel, one way or another. Either the positive folks or the negative folks. I don't know what it is about Israel, why we can't treat Israel like any other state, any other country, any other government, and hold them to the same standards we hold ourselves to, okay? Because I'm in the position where I've been chided and abandoned by friends and programs because they think I'm either pro-Israel or anti-Israel or anti-Palestinian, but all I'm asking is questions, okay? So if questions bother you, you don't want to watch me. Make sure, by the way, you subscribe to this channel. You know that routine. Okay, why would anybody suggest that it's LIHOP? We have been told from the beginning of time that Israel is this vaunted, exclusive, absolute, unbelievable a military and intelligence fortress that has no peer, has no equal, has no anything in the real world. That there is nothing, that they know everything. And you know, Mossad, Shin Bet, Amman, by the way, which is their military intelligence, which I submit to you is probably better. But from the movies, and you know this PR Hollywood campaign to show you that Israel is okay, you got it, all right? Okay. Now, let me say this again. I got nothing against Israel. Love Israel. Love the people of Israel. I've been twice. I've never felt more welcome and at home. I love. Okay, you got it. I'm not some crypto, PLO loving Hamas. Nothing. I'm also an American. And while I want there to be peace in the world, I'm an American. And if it doesn't affect me and my country, I don't really stay up late worrying about it unless it affects the world. This thing here called the world. Okay. So all of a sudden, we find out that Egypt let Israel know that this has been going on for 2 years and that this was a kind of a rather, not sloppy, but a real kind of a garish, loud, surprise attack with paragliders, moving thousands of rounds of rockets and missiles and that. When they used every conceivable form of intel that you can imagine from artificial intelligence and looking at metadata and every bit of email and phone conversation and human intel and human sources and human assets, and I mean this is their thing. And they missed this. They missed this. So a lot of folks who are not conspiratorial, and don't forget what Gore Vidal said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm a conspiracy analyst. Because a conspiracy means a confederation of two or more usual guilty people, bad people, working together to bring about something. A conspiracy is from the Latin word conspirare, to breathe with. You're breathing together. You're like part of this unit. And the conspiracy, by the way, does not go to the legitimacy of the theory. It goes to the organization. So why would anybody in their right mind discount the possibility that through some crazy lunacy, some insane idea of, hey, I've got an idea, why don't we just kind of look the other way? Because, this might once and for all show the world how horrible Hamas is and how terrible. Okay. Let me say this, and imagine I've said this 1,000 times. I'm presenting you with the question, not the accusation. Is that far-fetched? How about the idea of Hamas being created and promoted and promulgated? You think that's crazy? I don't know. It's been done before to act as a kind of a religious kind of a crazed counterbalance to the more secular Fatah or PLO. If you look at the Waft Party in Egypt, some have suggested that the Muslim Brotherhood from Said Qutb and those folks from in a post Nasser world with Zarqawi and others, remember that could have been also promoted, promulgated, or instigated. Either way, the question is simply this: if you don't ask the question whether 10/7 was LIHOP, if you don't even come up with that as a possibility, you're not paying attention. Now comment as you see fit.